Good evening, I'm Sergeant Jermaine Davis, and today I'll be conducting individual training. My individual training today will be on movement under fire. Movement under fire. My references for today is 071-COM-0502 STP-21-1-SMCT. So my task is to teach the class on movement under direct fire. And my conditions, these are my conditions. You are a member of a team conducting movement to contact and are under direct fire from an enemy position that is 250 to 300 meters away from your position. You have an individual weapon, individual combat equipment, and a current firing position that provides cover from the enemy's direct fire. Some iterations of this task should be performed in Mach 4. My standards: select a movement route, communicate your intent to move, and suppress enemy fire as needed. Conduct movement using the appropriate techniques based on situations and terrain. Occupy a firing position within 100 meters of the enemy's position and engage enemy. So, with that being said, my equipment for today would be my Kevlar, my vest, my RTV, and I have a BB gun, fake gun. The risk assessment for today. The risk assessment for today would be low. Want to watch out for slips, trips, and falls. You want to make sure the floor is dry. And I'm in an indoor environment, so if there's a storm or anything, I will stay in, find shelter wherever is needed. And if there's a fire or anything, I will run out the back door or the front door in case of any emergency. Okay, so movement under fire. In order to receive a go on today's eval, you will need to perform each movement to the standard. While doing these exercises, you want to find high vegetations, thick vegetations, high grass, large trees, rocks, stumps, or even vehicles if they're applicable. So the movements for today will be the high crawl, low crawl, 3 to 5 second rush. The high crawl. Okay, so the high crawl. You want to keep your body off the ground. Rest your weight on your forearms and lower legs. Cradle your weapon in your arms. Keep muzzle off the ground. And you want to keep your knees well behind your buttocks so it's low, so it stays low. Move forward by alternating, advancing your elbow, your right elbow and left knee, your left elbow and right knee. So I will perform that movement to the standard. So I will start in the rear. So I will cradle my weapon as such. Before I move, I will let my battle buddy know to my right and to my left, my right or to my left, cover me while I move. Moving. So, moving movement is as such. And that is the high crawl to the standard. So, the high crawl provides cover and concealment. You have poor visibility while doing it, and good speed is required during this movement. Low crawl. So, the low crawl. Low crawl, you want to keep your body as flat as possible to the ground, and you want to grasp the sling of your weapon at the upper sling swivel with your right hand. Let your hand guard rest on your forearms. Keep the muzzle of the weapon off the ground. Move forward. Okay, so while doing this, you want to push both arms forward while pulling your right leg forward. Pull on the ground with both arms while pushing with your right leg. Repeat steps A and B until you have reached your next position. All right. So, and this, I will perform the low crawl as such. So, again, I will assume the position. Before I move, I will tell my battle buddy to the left or to the right, cover me while I move, moving, or I got you covered, and I will stay moving. So, with that being said, I will place my left hand out, put my head down in the grass or in the dirt, or however, and I will push off with my right feet as such. And that is the low crawl to the standard. Okay, so the low crawl provides cover and concealment, but it's less than 1 feet high. You have good visibility while doing this, but there's no speed required. Okay, so with the low crawl is, the next is the 3 to 5 second rush. So with that being said, 3 to 5 second rush. Okay, you're behind cover and concealment. Behind cover and concealment, you want to raise your head, look at the next position, lower your head, drop your arm into your body, pull your right leg forward, drop your weight, drop your body, get up quickly, run 3 to 5 seconds to your next. Run 3 to 5 seconds to your next position. Plant both feet before hitting the ground. Fall forward, drop your knees. Slide your right hand down on the heel of the butt of the weapon. Break your fall with the butt of your weapon. And you want to continue using techniques until you have reached the final firing position. So, with that being said, I will perform the 3 to 5 second rush to the standard. So now I'm behind cover and concealment, and I raise my head, looking for my next movement. Drop my head, drop my body, stand up, run 3 to 5. I'm up. You see me? I'm down. After this right here, before this was performed, you will tell your battle buddy cover me while I move. He will yell out, I got you covered, and move into the next firing position. And that's the movement you will perform to the standard. Okay. 3 to 5 second rush. Use this when in open areas. And time is very critical using this movement. So, with that being said, at this time, I will give each soldier time to practice. As they practice, I will walk around and give information of their performances, if they're doing it to the standard, or if they're just missing anything, I will let them know what they're missing. Okay, so training is done. So then after training is done, I will go back and restate my task, condition, and the standard to what I feel is correct. So my task is movement under fire conditions. You are a member of a team conducting movement to contact and are under fire from an enemy position that is 250 to 300 meters away from your position. You have an individual weapon, individual combat equipment, and a current firing position that provides cover from the enemy's direct fire. Some iterations of this task should be performed in Mach 4 standards. Select a movement route, communicate your intent to move, and suppress enemy fire as needed. Conduct movement using the appropriate techniques based on situations and terrain. Occupy a firing position within 100 meters of the enemy position and engage the enemy. All right. So with that being said, at this time, I will take 3 soldiers. One soldier will perform the high crawl, the next soldier will perform the low crawl, and the soldier after that will perform the 3 to 5 second rush. After they have completed that first one, they will rotate around. So the soldier that did the high crawl will go to the low crawl. Soldier that did the low crawl will go to the 3 to 5 second rush, and the soldier that did the 3 to 5 second rush will go to the high crawl, and they will complete each movement 3 times to the standard. So, as they are performing each movement, they will receive a go or no go. If it's not to the standard, they will receive a go. If it's to the standard, they will receive a go. So, once training is complete, if anyone got a no-go, I will go over the testing, retesting, allow them time for retraining, and tell the soldier what went right, what went wrong, what they need to work on, and tell them the retraining date and the time. At this time, I will collect all my sensory items that I handed out to each soldier. I need a weapon, Kevlar, and IOTV or this. So after they have completed the training, they will do a police call around the area where training was conducted, and I would do an AAR, what went right, what went wrong, what could we do to get better at this, and I will review the risk assessment. So the risk assessment was low. Everyone completed training without getting hurt. So that's a good thing. There's no injuries involved. Then I will walk around, inspect the area that was supposed to be police call, inspect all my gear to make sure that nothing is broken, and I receive all my gear. And after I have conducted that search, I would release the soldiers and call higher ranking to let them know that training was complete. Check my paperwork again to make sure that I did not miss anyone. I did not miss anyone's name, misspell anyone's name, or put anyone down that was not a no-go or anything. So I will check over all my paperwork. After this, I will release the soldiers and close out this training site.